Hello. Hi. What's up? This is the English language. Most of you already understand it, because English is a worldwide language. But how? How did it become so popular? Today, we're going to talk about how English became the #1 language, what other languages lacked, and we're also going to talk about America's role in the popularity of English. Let's get to it. How English started. Let's go back a long time ago. I mean, very long. Around 400 AD. Before English even existed. To a time where the Romans controlled Britain. And mostly everyone spoke Latin and Celtic languages. Remember, English didn't exist during this time. Then, somewhere during 600 and 500 AD, after Rome left Britain in 410 AD, tribes from Europe invaded the Angles, Saxons, and Jutes. They came from modern-day Germany and Denmark. After some time, their Germanic languages mixed together to form the very first version of English called Old English. Old English was very different from modern-day English. It had a complex grammar system and functioned more similarly to modern-day German. It lacked extensive French or Latin influence and a larger number of verb forms and cases. English gets influenced. Around 800 or 1000 AD, the Vikings invaded England. They spoke Old Norse. After some time, Old Norse words got mixed into English, which was what the Britons were speaking at that time. For example, they, them, their are words that got mixed into English. With this, English became more flexible, but didn't become fully international. However, in 1066 AD, William the Conqueror invaded England. This punched English very hard. And it became known as the language of poor people. For 300 years, the higher-ranked people spoke French, meanwhile the church spoke in Latin. And English still was considered a language of common people. Fear not though, as in 1300 to 1500 AD, English came back from the dead when England separated from France. With this, English returns to the government, the court, and literature. At this time, Geoffrey Chaucer also wrote in English. This created Middle English. It was popular, but not yet global. English outside of England. In the printing press era of 1476 AD, books began getting printed in English. With this, the language starts becoming more standardized and its literacy increases. English gets stronger inside of England. Then, in the 1600s, England began colonizing some other countries, such as North America, Caribbean and later, India. The English languages spreads with settlers and traders. This was the first time English left Europe and began its mission to become worldwide. Then, when the British Empire was at its peak in the 17 and 1800s, Britain became a global superpower. And English was imposed into schools, administration, and trade. With this, English became international. Yay! Now, finally, let's talk about America. After World War II in 1945, the US became powerful. The American media such as music, shows, movies, games which were in English, spread to other parts of the world. This way, the English language dominates science, aviation, business, and more importantly, entertainment. This way, leading up from 400 AD to now, English became the international language. From being basically modified German, to dominating the whole world. And I think that's where we conclude this video. But first, let's summarize everything we've talked about in this video. In 400 AD, English was born into England as a small, local language. In 1066 AD, English almost disappears with being labeled poor people language. In the 1500s, English stabilizes and starts to grow. In the 16 and 1800s, English begins to spread to the rest of the world through the expansion of the British Empire. And in the 1900s, America locks in English as the default global language. Also, key things to remember are that English did not spread because people liked the language, it spread because the English-speaking countries had power at the right time. Now, let's actually conclude this video. If you learned a thing or two or just enjoyed it in general, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. This is my first time doing content like this and I really like doing. And I'll be very thankful if you supported my work. See you guys later.